forest of patches and resurrect the defeated souls with my strength, right out of the ashes. I am woman. This August, we celebrate the custodians of life and love. KNR, celebrating Women's Month according to you.
Welcome back to the invasion. Welcome back, and if you just joined us, and namhlanje asihlala ngasodwa sihleli nobhuti othwele iminqwazi emininzi, and honestly I wouldn't be doing any justice if I didn't. In fact, if I introduced him myself, rather I will give it over to him to introduce you. Hi bhuti wami, unjani?
Hi Lady P, ndiyaphila kunjani kuwe?
Siphilile bhuti bonga, siphilile.
Jonga, I'm crossing fingers because igqibela isike yanengxaki imva nje no connect kodwa ke nonke ingathi sizakwazi ukuqhuba namhlanje.
I think kodwa sizawuqhuba.
Yes, masilunge bethuna sityhala siya phambili ngazo zonke indlela.
Bonga, siyakwamkela on the invasion, and I don't know if you would do some justice and by all means possible trying to introduce yourself, because I wouldn't do any justice if I would dare introduce you. So would you kindly introduce yourself?
Okay, thanks Lady K. Igama lami nguBonga MNWANA, originally from Engqamakwe, kwilali ekuthiwa kusesiqithini phaa eXelinxa. But I grew up in Butterworth, so I studied in Joburg, and I'm now based in PE Ekqeberha. So what I do is I'm a business consultant under AFRINEURS business consultants. So maybe we'll get into what that does or what that means later on. I'm also a co-founder of a youth chamber. So there's a chamber called Youth Empowerment Chamber that is based up at Ekqeberha. So we do a lot of work around youth development and entrepreneurial coaching and mentoring and stuff like that. So that's that in a nutshell.
Interesting. For me, I'm very observant. I actually love the portrait. It's bringing out a lot of things that I love. It's bringing out a lot of fire. It's bringing out, Ngonyama was associated and was
of course powerful.
Yeah. I mean, when I walked into the shop, I was like, Teta Namle, I think we all have that bit of lion inside us, and we must try to bring it out, man, as best as possible. Let the lion in you be free.
No, definitely. Now, my question has to do with Izidibansa and youth development, because I am also highly passionate about youth development. Have you always been passionate about youth development?
Yes, I have been. I think even Youth Yam was shaped by organizations like I was very involved with, we organized Youth for Christ. So young shaper in how I think, in how I do things, in the values that I have. There was also an organization called Love Life.
Yes.
But there was those organizations. Yeah, so they were very big in youth development and education. For us growing up, and those organizations really played a key role in my life. So I've always been, passionate about youth development. So I think even in the work that I'm trying to do with Youth Empowerment Chamber, it came from a point of the organization that will help us grow, even in business. I wished that if organizations that I could join that is going to teach me about entrepreneurship, about business, December 21, I would have loved that, because it is on Vola Amesh of the possibilities that are there in business. So I've always been passionate about youth development and such things through those organizations. So I'm seeing it manifest in my life now.
We manifest, Ms. K.
Very interesting, and also Opod is mentioning there are certain organizations that shaped him and helped him and in him being shaped aspect that might have lacked, right? Which is the business aspect or the entrepreneurship aspect you really wish there was an organization or you wish was there at the time to groom and sort of like shape you in that aspect. So I really want to commend you for that. And I saw also you didn't just land into this space of youth development and whatnot, but ube ngumuntu ogqithileyo emsebenzini wasebenza njengamanye abantwana, and I really love that about you. And I just want to know transitioning from the corporate world into now being your own person, how was that journey for you?
It was a very hard journey. I tried it ndaqala uyeka emsebenzini ngo-2016 and ndathatha imali yam yepension ndathi ndiyozama ibhizinesi. Yaphela imali, guys. Yaphela because I didn't have anyone to coach me. I didn't have anyone to guide me in what I was trying to do. So it failed. Then I went back to work, and but at the back of my mind, I'm like, this is not me. I don't want an 8 to 5 for the rest of my life. I want to be an entrepreneur, so inevitably ndaphinda ndaqala ke ngo-2019 ndayeka emsebenzini ndaqala ngo-2019. So that transition was hard because it was 2 phases. Ndaqala ndaphinda ndabuyela ndaphinda ndazoqala ke ngoku. So even in what I do as a business consultant, I think came from that trying to find where do I start when I say I want to start a business, and registration from registration, what is e-compliance and so forth. So I was that's why I ended up being a business consultant, maybe because there's a need of a place azoti siqalaphi ndiqalaphi bonga then ndiyephi trying to grow this thing. So it was a very hard transition. It needs a lot of discipline, firstly, because abantu bathi you don't have to wake up. You have to wake up. I was saying that to a friend of mine. If you own a business, now you work less hours. You work even more hours.
And
so it needed a lot of discipline, the journey.
Yes.
Yes.
No. I was saying, I'm just asking on behalf of Umpulapule Kayoti. Oh, okay. I also want to start my own business. Just actually, it's not as easy as ABC. It's not as easy as people make it to be, because in most cases, obviously, no, and then starting my own business, but not understand. You have to take your own money to fund a business ideas or bunazo, but you didn't necessarily even have much guidance to say, these are the steps that you would maybe take to make it a lot easier for you and to save you a lot of money, or even try to save you from finishing your hence ending up to go back to work. So thank you so much. And yes, what if he has anything on her side?
Sanamna, I want to hear more about services that your company actually offers. I've seen this business documentation ezenziwayo kwakunye nezinye. Ungakwazi ukusixelela what else that you do? Ungasela amanzi kuqala binintsi into eniyenzayo.
Yeah, no, definitely. So maybe we would start by trying to define into business consultant, because I'm a business consultant. Maybe understanding what the role of a business consultant is. So a role here is to help entrepreneurs build their businesses better, help them identify weak spots or put systems in place to make the business sustainable. You know, I often make an example about sport because people relate in sport and say you can have the best athlete or football player in the world, like for example a Messi, you know, but Messi still has a coach, Messi still has a manager, Messi still has a personal trainer. You know, it's not just him and his talent. There's a lot of other systems that help him become the best in the world. And it's the very same thing in business. You might have the best idea or the best product in the world, but you still need systems in place or a coach in place or, you know, a mentor in place that ezakuncedisa into growing this thing. So irole yethu siye size ku-business sithi, okay, no, this is a great product, this is a great business, but mhlawumbi yintoni ingxaki, mhlawumbi you don't have the right accounting system in place, masizame ufake i-accounting system. We are not necessarily the experts in accounting, so we'll say let's identify an accountant that is going to help you translate these numbers into meaningful information so that see as by ipingaki, you know, you are selling the product but you're not seeing the profit. Let's get an accountant. Or it could be anything else. Maybe you've got a great product or service but the location is not working for you. Maybe let's change. Maybe you shouldn't be operating from here, whatever the case may be. Maybe this is not the right spot you should be. So sometimes when we run our own businesses, it's hard to you need someone also from an outside perspective because I get emotionally, you know, attached. I am emotionally attached to the business. So even the hard truths that you are not willing to uzivuma uba mhlambi lento ayisebenzi, mhlambi suthengisa amagwinya, thengisa enye into, amagwinya athengiswa nibayi-20 apha, yabo. So that's the role of a business consultant to help you put the right systems in place, identify, you know, key problem areas of potential problem areas, and sikwazi ba sikulungiselele. So okay, to come to my services, I like to simplify them in 3 formats. So one is we help entrepreneurs or businesses tell their story better. So how do you tell your story? How do you find your customers? How do you make your customers believe that are the best in the town? You know, will travel, so that's telling your story. So it doesn't matter. Yes, as a go, it's about, you know, selling yourself. How do you sell yourself? How do you market yourself? You know, how do you make sure abantu ubatargetayo bayayifumana message and they understand and the value that you bring in as a business. So that's one. So that's marketing. We help businesses with marketing, whether it's to do posters, whether it's social media management, whether it is to do e-banners, whether it's digital marketing. So we do a lot of those. So that's the first service. The second service that we do is we help entrepreneurs to be ready for e-opportunities, right? So you'll find that you must kindly funding. Once you talk about funding, abantu bayamamela because wonke umuntu ufuna funding. But when yeah, home fully funding. But when you say, okay, here's an opportunity for refunding, guys, you find that the entrepreneur is not even ready from a compliance perspective. You know, the documentation is not correct. Akanayo business profile, akanayo business plan, or even a proposal. And then use again. So that's the documentation. Uba masukuncedise so that xa kufika opportunities, awungona uyolaqaza uba hey, iphi tax certificate yam, iphi is my iphi up to date, are my annual returns ethile, kufunwa i-business plan, you've never thought about it, awunayo i-business plan. So we help you with those documents. Let's help you put a business plan in place. Let's help you do a business profile. Let's help you have a proposal, if proposals, and the compliance side of things. So that's the second service. So we help with ESO documents. Okay? Then the third service is we help with capital raising. So now this is the funding part. But okay, I need to fund. I need 100,000 to do ABC in terms of growing my business. Where do I find this 100,000? So we then look back. We think 100,000. What type of business are you in? What stage is your business in? And we help you identify agencies that can potentially help you with that funding. So funding is different. Abanye ufuna loan, omnye ufuna grant because grant awuyibuyisi. So but how do you know uba ziphi? Thina ke siye sazi ezi normal ukuthi mhlawumbe hayi iye-NYDA okanye iya-ESIDA okanye e-ECDC, but you don't know ezinye ezininzi. Government has got over 10 agencies that help with just funding opportunities, whether it is a loan, whether it is a grant. The last time I was doing this exercise of ubala programs and opportunities that are there, like whether in funding or in business development, I stopped when I got to 52, guys. There's 52, more than 52 programs out there that are built by government to assist entrepreneurs and businesses. And but as we can hardly count up to 10, so that's why it's always calling funding, but as if money funding, because you're knocking at the wrong door sometimes. But you're knocking at the wrong door. It starts with understanding where to knock and what will be required of me for funding. So that's the capital raising. So we do that as well.
Yo, ininzi into and mnandi ukuba ngaba ke niphuhlisa the economy more than anything. I really am loving the services that you're offering.
And also to add on e-services as a provider, I think I also love the fact that you cater so much to the young people and the youth. That's our future, because city actually the services that you guys provide. Graduating, we want to be businesswomen and businessmen, and also just to have our own businesses instead of doing like your 9 to 5s, because and it only makes sense. You establish your own unique business, but in establishing that, obviously, like you said, Nikon, to actually assist as a stepping stone, you guide and coach these upcoming businessmen and businesswomen.
Guys, more than anything, in your business must also be sustainable.
Yeah.
You need to have a business which is sustainable. You're not going to fully be the conversation.
100%. 100%. We need to start building businesses as sustainable. I think Tina, the whole tendering system. So for a long time we thought business was about tendering and all those things. But Lando, I say in the long run. I'm not saying I don't have anything against tendering. But if you're trying to build a business, it must be sustainable. It just based on it. Or it might be just based on one customer. You find that 80% of your sales comes from one client. If like client they are going to business, you try and customers as need. We are as a target market in trying to build a sustainable business. And how you then build a business sustainable is you need to put the right systems in place. You need to put the right systems in place. Have an accounting procedure, have a recording procedure, have a growth strategy, have a marketing strategy, you need someone who's okay, marketing how do you keep financial record?
Yes.
How do you do your sales? That's how you build a sustainable business. I know entrepreneurs, we wear many hats. You are the salesperson, you are the marketing, you are the HR, you are the but sometimes you need someone else who's an expert in that department. No, let me outsource the let me concentrate on my service and my product and making sure that it's the best that's available there. And that's how you build a sustainable business.
It's Women's Month, actually. And more than anything, it's a Monday. Yeah. We are about motivations, on a Monday to start the week. So, sicela man khuthaze as female entrepreneurs, abanye ke abasakhasayo who are even watching okanye bephulaphule namhlanje bangabake you can do this, you can do that. If you want to go into the entrepreneur business and also being a business consultant, tips as females.
Okay, thank you. Firstly, happy Women's Month, guys. Yeah, I think you guys deserve this month. Personally, I celebrate women every day. You know,
Beautiful.
I don't believe there should be one specific day to say you celebrate the women in our lives. So every day should be, you should show appreciation to the women in your life. In whatever relationship form it is. So happy Women's Month. To go to the business side, I'd love to encourage a woman. We need more women in business. Uyabona, ukubona even in our families, oyena muntu ukwazi ukwenza izinto zenzeke iba ngumama wekhaya, as much as kuthiwa utata is there as the head, but the mom is the one, or the females there are the one baya multitask aba bantu. I mean, uthi ujonga from ukukhuliswa kwakho uqonde hey, lo umama wayehola i-3,000 but wayekwazi ukusesikolweni
Okay.
ancedise le nto ifuna akwazi ukuthi because uyadibanisa here and there. And entrepreneurship is really about that, ukwazi uba resourceful and take there udibanise kubekho into ephumayo. So I think women make possibly the best entrepreneurs ever if they understand what it is that they value yabo. So I'd love to have more women come into business, especially young women, like me. So when we structured even the youth empowerment chamber, it's to identify that youth particularly okokuqala iyayidinga uncedo when it comes to entrepreneurial stuff, but the women even worse, because obviously they are even more previously disadvantaged than guys. So we'd love to have more women even in the youth chamber. Bazofunda man how do you start your own business, what possibilities are there. For the youth empowerment chamber, we've got a WhatsApp group, we've got a Facebook page. We share a lot of opportunities that are there, that ezinye are specifically for just women. And sometimes it's really discouraging when you see uba bambalwa kanjani abantu who actually take up the opportunities that are there. I guess the first problem is, how do you know about the opportunity? How can you take up the opportunity if you don't know about it? So so there's a lot of opportunities that are out there for young women particularly, and I'd love to see bephuma man bazenze what they dream about. Whether wenza nails, wenza IT, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how small, how big. There's always space for you in the entrepreneurial space. And the sooner you start to learn, uba interested in those things, the better. I'm not saying quit your job and go start a business, but the economic times that we live in, they really require you to have something on the side. And the sooner you start learning about it and starting understanding the whole business infrastructure or ecosystem, the better. There's funds, guys. NEF has got a women empowerment fund. It's a fund just for women. Like, it's a fund just by being a woman you qualify. So there's a lot of opportunities, and we'd love to see more people come in, even if sometimes you don't really know ufuna ukwenza ntoni, but when you expose yourself to the right environment, you then start to realize, no man, I could actually do this. You start to be aware of opportunities that are out there. So that's youth chamber, plays a big role in that. And even learning from abanye, because it's different stages. So we'll find that we've got entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs that are more matured in business sabo at a particular stage, and they mentor and guide the new ones. Mhlawumbe omnye unestand, uthengisa inyama unestand, omnye has got a full butcher, has got a full operational butcher. So uyakwazi ummentorisha lunestand, but this is how you grow, this is how you get to the stage that I am at now. So yeah, man, please siyanifuna kweza spaces, guys, as ladies, as women. Like I said, you guys make the best entrepreneurs.
Yes.
Because all was multitask. Thina jonga kwenye ngexesha. So when you guys get involved, yeah. So yeah, happy Women's Month, man. And yeah, let's take up the spaces. They're there, man. Let's take up the spaces and own them.
Oh, definitely. We are cementing those spaces by fire, by force. From me, thank you so much for joining us and for actually equipping us with the information in Kokuqonda. Who knew bangabake kuphi funding, especially for us females. Kuninonke kulutsha, especially, I do know bangabake intloko zethu ziphuphumala with so many business ideas that we want to do. Obonga bakhona, you can actually search them on social media. Apho ke besizawucela ne-social media handles zakho kwenzela bangabake abafuna ukulandela bakhawuleze bakulandele.
Okay. So my personal Facebook is BONGA MNWANA. So I do share a lot of business stuff under my
Beautiful.
personal Facebook as well. So people can follow me there, engage. I do engage with everyone because I love interacting because that's where you understand where the problem areas and such. So BONGA MNWANA on Facebook. The business is also AFRINEURS Business Consultants. That's also on Facebook. Then Youth Empowerment Chamber is Youth Empowerment Chamber. That's also on Facebook. So you're more than welcome to inbox any of them. They'll respond. Youth Empowerment Chamber na in a structure size. So it might not be me replying to you personally, but I'm in those structures as well because I'm doing a role in that structure. But if it's the AFRINEURS Business Consultants, then it's me and my team there, or then it's definitely me.
Ms. K?
Really nothing from my side apart from just ukubulela kakhulu kubonga, and also nje the AFRINEURS, is that AFRINEURS, right? Because I guess those are African entrepreneurs, you know. Siyabulela kakhulu as abantu abatsha for the encouragement.
Oh, she got it.
Yes.
So siyabulela kakhulu singabantu abatsha, and also on behalf of abantu besini sam women siyabulela kakhulu. I mean, I think ndiyafuna uthithela for all the women ukuba nise encourage, because siyayazi into like in most cases wethu sibeka pie back set kuthiwa when they are leftovers kuba sesinikwa nje leftovers. But I think similar like the encouragement, but like actually we are more than capable of taking the lead, because emakhayeni ethu technically sitting intloko.
Yes, I like that spirit. Thank you so much, guys.
Woman spirit. Yeah, well.
Thank you so much, Mema, guys. I really appreciate it. I think the work that you guys are also doing is fantastic, man, and fabulous. And keep spreading the word, you know, and keep it going. Sibukele, I'm very observant, and yeah, keep it going. I think you guys are encouraging a lot of other women and young guys who aspire to be like you guys, you know. But it's possible if you put your mind to it. It's possible. Yes, it's not easy, but it is possible, and that we should keep believing. But if it's possible, it's doable, because now so why not me, you know?
Oh, definitely.
So thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for joining us. It was such an informative session, and I am taking with me so many things. Have a great day further, and all the best with the business.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Thanks, Lady K. Miss K.
Miss K. Wow! Whoa!
Yeah.
Wow!
What does it like honestly, I think in as much as there was so much embassy it really needs us to take time. Just go on and actually read more about it. Contact people about it.
Definitely.
Contact the page page AFRINEURS, as well as also the Youth Empowerment Chamber, to just get more information, and maybe if this was too much for you, step by step. Yes.
Yo, guys, especially even if you've got your business ready and you need some tips, Nyana, Bonga, he is only a text away on social media, and trust me, you'll get every little information that you need. I'm looking at your question to know this interview took. If it takes time, I always say that from A to Z, and that's exactly what we got. 21 minutes of it is The Invasion with myself. Upiwe Amanda, Lady P to you.
And MISK, why that is Miss K?